The bot community has surprised me. For a while in the sneaker bot community, there has been a big issue where essentially the rich are getting richer. When running for U Supply a few months ago, you could have 1 to 2 bots and hit tons of pairs. Now it seems like everybody needs 5, 10, 20 bots just to hit the same amount of pairs that we hit a long time ago. And with people wanting to run more bots, the devs have felt pressure to release more daily copies and weekly copies so that they can make their users happy and they can cook and get the best for their money. I understand making your community happy, but the only issue with that is when you get another instance of your bot, you're gonna need more proxies, then you're gonna need more servers, then you're gonna need more Gmails, and you see how we get into this constant rabbit hole of you needing to throw more money out just to get more money back. And with the demand of people wanting more instances, you've seen that some of the top bots in the game are starting to give monthly copies for $200 a month. And on top of that, you can get more instances for $25 per instance. And at this point, people are just burning money trying to keep up with the trend. When you only have one bot and you fail to hit your goal, and you go on Twitter and you see people hitting thousands of pairs of shoes, the only logical thing to do is scale up your setup, and hopefully you hit more pairs next time. I've even been a victim to the pressure of this. If you've been in my streams before, you know I only run 2 copies of Valor. In the past few months, I've had to scale up from using 2 copies of Valor to 2 copies of Valor and 1 mech, 2 copies of Valor and 1 Wrath and 1 mech, 2 copies of Wrath, Valor, and mech all together for a total of 5 bots just to feel like I'm keeping up with the trend. And even with me scaling up to 5 bots, I wasn't able to hit crazy numbers. Just to show you some proof of that, my recent stream that I had about the Yeezy slides, I said I was going to beat my personal record, which was 13 slides copped in 1 drop. Last year I was able to hit 13 pairs with 1 copy of Valor. We're now 7 months later and I hit 13 pairs with 5 different bots. You can see how ridiculous it sounds that we all subject ourselves to do this. Luckily, it seems like this trend is coming to an end because a bunch of bot developers have now agreed to stop issuing a bunch of instances. We've seen some of the devs on Twitter post their concerns and what they're going to be doing to change this. For example, Justin from Valor posted this announcement saying Valor will no longer offer release instances anymore. Valor will no longer have a chef role. There will be no Valor keys with any more than 2 instances, including FNF and staff. We will no longer offer monthlies to any group besides Carbon, which is the home of Valor. People will no longer be able to buy more than 1 monthly or get more than 1 free weekly. We will reduce the number of monthlies we have out at a time. Even Mech came out and said that all their keys will only have 2 instances going forward. The Trickle dev tweeted out, Trickle no longer is doing 24-hour instances moving forward. Ganesh also said all extra instances have been removed and that they doubt they will be adding them again for future drops. But there is one bot that is not fully on board with this, and that is Whop. So Whop has a blog where they post updates, and in this blog they have a bunch of different sections, one of them specifically titled Ending the War of Scale. In this piece they're basically saying that this probably isn't going to solve the issue, especially because since bots are getting more limited again, that will only cause the resale prices to skyrocket. And if people that really want to scale up their setup, they're going to do it anyway. It might cost them a little bit more, but these people will find a way to get more instances. And they end this off by saying, for now, we are going to continue listening to our members and community. While we may change our drop key limits or membership limits based on feedback, I would like to make it clear that we will not enter any agreement with another bot company around any sort of limits, as that gets into a legal area around consumer protections and cartels that I have no interest in wading into. So as of right now, Whop is not going to be joining this trend and have an official agreement, but I'm assuming they do have some type of respect towards the rest of the community. In order to preserve the community, everybody is going to have to come on board, which is going to be very hard. So far, some of the top bots in the game have agreed, but I don't have a lot of hope that everyone is going to be on board. Now that you know the situation, here are some of my concerns. People who want to scale up are going to scale up anyways. If I have thousands of dollars to just throw into my setup while everybody else doesn't, it's just only going to make me richer. The rich get richer, like I was saying earlier. Another thing is bot companies are going to lose out on hundreds of thousands of dollars. From the consumer standpoint, we probably don't care, but in some other way, these companies might implement something to where they charge more for their renewals. There's going to be some repercussions where they had to dial back a business plan that was so lucrative for them. Also, there's going to be no way to guarantee that these bots are actually sticking to what they say. As you know, one of the biggest things in the community is being friends and family. If you have those connections, you can get a lot of things done. You being in someone's FNF can give you very special privileges. For example, I wanted to pull this tweet right here from the Trickle dev that says, if other bots didn't do instances, then Trickle wouldn't have either. And someone replied to that tweet saying, didn't you guys give Magnolia like unlimited instances? This is something I wanted to address because even though I'm a sneaker bot YouTuber, I don't really watch other people's content, but I did check out Magnolia's channel. Just watching some of their videos, you can understand why people are furious about what Trickle was doing. I'm not familiar with these people, but this man right here said that he runs 15 trickles.
Process of working on creating a much larger setup. So here I am, I'm running 15 trickles.
15 trickles.
The Prism dev actually ended up replying to that tweet saying, as a part of our partnership, we had given them more than the default amount, but nowhere near unlimited. They are a team of 3, so we have to give them more for their team. This is what I was talking about with the F and F keys. They give you special treatment. You're able to get a lot more than the average user. And not to bash Magnolia specifically, because I actually want to defend them. I'm not putting the blame on Magnolia. They are YouTubers. And with you making videos, making content, getting clout, sponsorships will come. The average person is not getting a sponsorship. You can only get a sponsorship if you're an influencer and you're able to push a product to an audience. And for a second, let's just step outside the bot community. Think about some of your favorite influencers right now. In this example, let's just take LeBron James. LeBron James is signed by Nike. What's the reason for LeBron James being signed to Nike? LeBron is one of the biggest basketball players in the world. Just having LeBron's name on a product is gonna get hundreds to millions of people buying the product. Of course, they're not gonna give it to Joe down the street and have him promote the product to everybody in his neighborhood. People are not gonna care. People don't know Joe. People know LeBron, and that's the exact same situation right here. So outside of those concerns, I really don't have much else. In my 5 years of botting, this is the first time I feel like the community has come together to make it a better experience for all of us. I kind of feel like this is only gonna last for a while, but if it could somehow keep up, everybody hold each other accountable, then we can make a lot happen. That's pretty much it for today's video, man. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below, are you excited to see the instance war go? What do you think about the situation? And I'll catch you guys in the next one.